Hey guys, it's Kurt again. Yeah, that was right off the bat, wasn't it? Anyways, we're going to talk about my Crosstrek hybrid. The Admiral and I knew we were going to have to move across country. The car that we had wasn't going to make it. It was a early 2000s. Just it wasn't going to make it. Well, if any of you were in the car market last year, especially maybe the second half of the year, it was just crazy. We actually wound up paying less for a brand new car off the lot than the exact same version a year older would have cost us used. So I never would buy a brand new car, but in that weird upside down market, that made sense. And what we got was the Crosstrek hybrid, partially because of the availability of it fell into our lap, and the other part was we were really looking for a hybrid that would qualify for the tax incentives, and this particular vehicle did. But if I were going to go and build a solar system for this car, that's what this email is about. So let's go through it. The Crosstrek Hybrid has a 17-mile capacity, and it's a 8.8 kilowatt hour battery. So if you take your electric vehicle, the hybrid, or if it's fully electric, and you divide your range into the kilowatt hour capacity of your battery and come up with a number of how many kilowatt hours per mile. And so if you do that calculation for the Subaru Crosstrek, 17 into 8.8 gives you about zero point 0.5. It's a little bit higher, 0.58, or excuse me, 0.518 kilowatt hours per mile. And then for me, the drive would be 9.1 miles each way, which would put us at 18, which would be above the 17-mile capacity. So in my case, for the Crosstrek hybrid, I would be looking for that full 8.8 kilowatt hour. For your car, you may have a range that's farther than what your daily commute is. So then what you would do is you would take your expected miles for that day and multiply it by your kilowatt hours per mile to come up with a total kilowatt hours per day that you need to charge. The next thing you need to do is you need to understand how much hours of insolation, how much hours are you going to get enough sun rays in that window to charge your solar panels. A safe number for Mystic, if you look it up according to the interwebs, it's 4.4 hours, and for Tucson, it's 5 to be safe. Now, everyone can argue specifics, but just to be safe, plan on 5 hours of real solid sun exposure for the solar panels. So if you divide, uh, you make that division there, right? Now you're looking for, uh, I've got to generate, in my case, 8.8 kilowatt hours in a 5 hour period of time. So if I divide 5 hours into the 8.8, come up with 1.76 kilowatt system, sort of, right? So why do I say sort of? Well, anytime you transfer power, electricity from one place to another, maybe from a battery to another battery, from the solar panels to a battery, through the inverter, through all of that, there's inefficiencies, there's losses. Sometimes there's also probably some cloud cover that goes by. All of those inefficiencies in the power transfer, the power storage, the decay of the battery while you store it, all of those things, I figure a 20% fudge factor. Others might think 15 or 18 or 20. Put your science hat on, get your pencils out, sharpen them. I say 20%. So 1.2, so 120% of that 1.76 kilowatt system might be more like 2.1 or 2.1 kilowatt system that I would need specifically to charge just the hybrid. Guys, I hope that helped. If you're interested, there's a subscribe link down below. Also, you can click and go directly to the email so you can see the numbers. Talk to you later. Bye.